Hello everyone, so I'm here again and this time I'm going to start a new chapter of class 9th biology, and this is very interesting chapter. Its name is Why Do We Fall Ill? See, nowadays when we are surrounded in an atmosphere in which everybody is scared of the disease, or you can say viral infection. Actually, I'm talking about coronavirus. So this chapter is very much relevant to study in this circumstance. So basically, why do we fall ill? The chapter itself is asking one question, that why do we fall ill? If there is any deficiency of something, or if something is lacking from our body, what is the reason actually? Why do we fall ill? So first of all, before we talk about illness, let's talk about the health of any person. Which person is healthy? Who is healthy actually? Or what can be the definition of health? Am I healthy? Are you healthy? Are you not suffering from any type of disease or disease? What can be the definition of illness actually? If I'm having fever, only is it like that only in that case I'm having some disease? So basically the main thing here is a person is said to be healthy. He is said to be well if he or she is well in all the aspects, in the term of health, in the term of thinking, you can say, in the term of his behavior, in the term of his psychology. All these aspects come into the consideration when we talk about the health of any person. The person is said to be healthy if he behaves properly, both or you can say in all aspects, behaviorally, physiologically, psychologically, in all the aspects. If the person is behaving well, then only we can say that the person is healthy. So we can understand these things with the help of different examples. I should tell you here that what can be the definition of health for a singer. For the singer, if his or her breathing capacity is well enough, if he is able to hold the breath for a longer period of time, that simply means that he or she is a very good singer. This is the thing for the singer. If we talk about the health for a dancer, so if he is able to stretch the body, in that case we can say that yes, he or she is a very good dancer. So the definition of health is also different for different individuals, and this is the same thing which we are going to study under this chapter. And many things about the diseases also we will study, and some other you can say the inventions also which are taking place in the field of medicine, and what are or what were actually the basis of you can say some treatments which are being used nowadays. These things we will study in this chapter. So first of all, as we are talking about the health and illness of a person, so it's necessary here to talk about some diseases also. And if we talk about the diseases, the diseases can be classified into different categories upon different basis. As for example, let me tell you, if we divide the diseases on the basis of the time span, you can say the duration for which they are present in you, or for the duration for which they affect your body, based on that duration they can be divided into two different types, and they are acute and chronic diseases. So what is the difference between acute and chronic diseases? This I have written here. So basically acute diseases are those diseases which attack upon you, but they will remain in your body for a very shorter period of time. They are not going to harm you for a longer period of time, so they will be called as acute diseases, while the chronic diseases will be those ones they will be attacking and they will persist, they will remain in your body for a longer period of time. They are not going to leave you very easily. If you are going for the treatment also, then also you cannot get rid of those diseases very easily. So these are few differences between acute and chronic diseases. The very first one is this acute disease, it occurs suddenly. in a very short interval of time you will be suffering from these types of diseases. But these chronic diseases, they occur over a prolonged period. It will take a very long time to be suffered from this chronic disease. The second one is they last for a shorter period. You can go for the treatment and get rid of the disease. So they last for a very shorter period, but they last longer. They will not go very easily. The third one is they don't cause damage to the body. The acute diseases, they are not going to cause damage, or you can say much damage to the body. Yes, they will cause the damage, but it can be cured very easily by taking some medicines. But in this case, when we talk about chronic diseases, they damage the body, and this damage cannot be healed very easily. And what can be the examples of acute diseases? First of all, the acute diseases can be jaundice, typhoid, malaria. These can be the examples of acute diseases, while when we talk about the examples of chronic diseases, they are like cancer, HIV, or you can say these are the examples of chronic diseases. So this is only one division of disease which we have discussed till now. Diseases can be divided into other categories also, as for example based upon their infection, or you can say the source of infection. If they are being caused by some microorganism, then they can be called as infectious disease. And if they are not caused by any microorganism or pathogen, in that case they will be called as non-infectious diseases. So this is also one category which is used for the division of the diseases. And diseases can happen with because of some other reason also. As for example, if we talk about the hereditary diseases, so they can be transferred. There are some diseases which can be transferred from the parents to the offspring. We have some examples of those diseases also. And some diseases are of that type, as for example, suppose if your any part of the body, it's not functioning properly, or you can say malfunctioning of the organs, that also going to cause disease. As for example, in some persons there is kidney failure, in somebody you can say the liver is not functioning properly. So these are also diseases, or these are very dangerous diseases, you can say. And some diseases are as I have told you about the diseases which are because of the process of heredity. And we have some chromosomal disorders also, the diseases which are born because of some abnormal position of the chromosomes in the body. So these things can also happen, and they can give rise to different types of diseases in your body. So basically in this chapter we are going to study about this type of diseases only. So I'm going to start this chapter in detail. From the very next video I will be discussing about the happening of these diseases in very much detail. Okay, thank you everyone for watching.